Hello everyone and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. My name is D-Free and here today we have some interesting announcements and things we're going to talk about for today's video, including the Raditz Attack event that is being overhauled, and on top of that, the video and stuff announcement for episode number 7. So I have some really interesting opinions and things I want to say, so if you guys enjoy the video, and if you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Stick around and subscribe for more content if you guys enjoy the video and you want more news, more gameplay, etc. for Legends. If you're a fan, again, this is the channel for you. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I'm going to throw this out there again. Stay tuned because I have some interesting things I want to say about this Raditz event, and we're going to get to that in a few minutes, but I have some thoughts about that. Anyways, so video and stuff, episode 7 airs tomorrow. So they are saying that there's exclusive stories and new character info that's going to be revealed. Now, they did leave a link for where this is going to be premiering out on YouTube. I'll leave that link down below. Leave a comment as well down below what you guys think this is going to lead to, what they're going to talk about, and things like that. I have a few opinions on what I think they're going to talk about. We'll get into it in a minute. But on top of that, though, there are things that obviously the community is throwing out there as feelers, right? But again, let me know what you guys think, and when that actually goes live, this is a fun way to kind of piece together who was right or wrong. Reply to your initial comment and say, oh, I was right, or oh, I was wrong, etc. Let us know. That being said, so the first thing I want to say about what this is going to bring is I think that they're definitely not going to miss this opportunity to reveal Goten and Trunks that were announced in the V-Jump a few weeks ago. Honestly, we thought they were going to come out last week because that was the regular content schedule, but instead of them coming out last week, we got a back-to-back week with Zenkais. They've never done that before. Hopefully that doesn't become the trend, but we got Goten and Trunks hopefully coming this week in the game. Again, the ones from the V-Jump that was revealed a few weeks ago, feel free to leave, check out the content on that. I might have a video on it. I'll leave it down below if I do. Other than that, though, there are a few other things that they did kind of tease on the Legends page that never kind of came. So one thing I want to kind of talk about is the fact that they put out this tweet like literally a few weeks ago about speeding up the game's connection. What happened to this? This was August 27th about the next update, version update 2.12.0. Like, where was this at? Look how much faster that is. I need that in my life right now. The other one is still loading. It's like, I think they're going to finally announce this. Now, I think this might have been something they put on the back burner a little bit as they tried to figure out how they're going to handle the guild stuff. Remember how pre-anniversary they were talking? I think it was pre-anniversary anyway. It was in that area. They were talking about how they're going to introduce like kind of like Guild Wars type of deal where you can fight other guilds and stuff like that. They were talking about that in some of the last video and stuff series episodes. That's another thing I think they're going to finally roll out. But again, I think with the pandemic, the way things are right now, it's become probably really hard for them to work on units and work on content and work on all this stuff. So, and this is obviously not exclusive to them and their team, but I think just in general of a lot of the games and stuff like that. But regardless, though, I think those are two things that they're probably going to finally reveal, because really there's no reason to talk about anything in video and stuff unless it's going to be something kind of big-ish or like a bigger update in their eyes, which I think those things would qualify for, right? So keep that in mind. So again, we have the update that would improve the speed of the game and logging into the game. And then on top of that, the guild stuff, the guild revamp, they're talking about that. They've also kind of thrown out there a couple of other things in relation to guild revamp. Like there's a way you can kind of kick people out, add new people in, and constantly stack points. I think that's still a thing right now. They're going to remove that. There's a few things in relation to guilds, basically, that are going to get patched up. So again, we also have that, and we have Goten and Trunks. I also think they're going to tie in and throw this in there as well, and whatever's going to happen with this. Now, this is interesting because I'm kind of on the fence about this. So they don't really revamp events that often. In fact, it's something that we're just getting into. So this also is going to reset. We're going to be able to get the first clear rewards. All the CC will be back, yada, yada, yada. They say that in this post, so feel free to pause and read. But yeah, they are going to be resetting this. Now, the only other times that they've revamped events pretty much has been for Legends Road characters. So in relation to this, right, if we pull up the actual story event, there's not really much incentive to even playing this if you haven't cleared it up to this point, aside from the fact there's a couple of decent equips. But one thing you notice is Raditz actually drops on all of these stages as a first clear reward, right? I'm gonna throw something crazy out there. I think it's a good opportunity for them to drop, because again, like I said, the last time that we saw this type of revamp, for the most part, it's only been on like Legends Road events. I think it's a good opportunity for them to drop, since Raditz is effectively, again, even more free-to-play friendly if they do leave him on the first clear reward. An actual like free-to-play Zenkai that's not Legends Road. I would actually be really surprised if they took that opportunity. Don't get it confused. Like, EXs and even Heroes, technically, all should eventually Zenkai Awaken. I don't know if they're going to do that for Heroes specifically, but I really feel like EXs have a good chance. The reason why I say this as well is because you can't even actually level up the characters, their entire kits, right? Their strike art level, all that stuff. You can't actually level that stuff up without Zenkai Awakening a character. So every unit in the game is built to eventually Zenkai Awaken. They're revamping this, and I don't know what else they're going to really do for this unless they do something like that. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that's actually likely or that's possible? We'll find out what happens ultimately. But that would tie in as like our first EX character. He's going to be free to play, quote unquote, as well. I don't know what they're going to, I don't want to say that because I don't know what they're going to do with the Awakening Z power. But like, I think that would be worthwhile for a mention in there. Last thing on the topic of Zenkai, over the course of the last week, Toshi did appear on a Japanese channel, and he was showcasing a team, and I believe he was using Super Saiyan Bardock. Now, most of the time, whenever Toshi kind of throws something out there or he uses a character, I don't even know if it's always a hint. It just might just be him enjoying the game. But like last time he did the Majin Vegeta thing, and shortly after we got Majin Vegeta's LF, yada yada. People are saying, long story short, Bardock might finally be getting his Zenkai Awaken, which I'm cool with that, but I don't know if that's as close as I would like it to be, right? We'll see what happens ultimately, but pretty much that's all I really expect to be in this, and probably just some regular just talking and stuff like that they'll probably just throw in like they always typically do. But again, I think there's something big happening with the Raditz event because, again, there's no reason to really revamp it, in my opinion. And if they're going to revamp it, I think it's a good opportunity to give, you know, not just more first clip rewards, but give something back to your community, your player base a little bit more. And one thing that's kind of lost in translation for Legends is they are trying to be more generous. They've been being more generous lately. Like, they reset, like, the full 50 stage event for the Raditz event as well, right? With LF Piccolo's unique equipment and stuff like that. I think they reset that whole event, right? Anyways, that being said, they've been doing more, but it's kind of offset when you drop so many freaking premium units that people don't really care. They don't really catch on. So keep that in mind. But yeah, they have been trying a little bit, just not hard enough to please most of the free player base. But I think this would be a good step if handled correctly. And I don't think they should really do much in terms of like making this super expensive if they do decide to do that. I don't think they should do that at all, really. And also another thing too is like when it comes to the events, I think co-op is ending too. So it might be something that's tied into co-op as well. There could even be some improvements to co-op or things like that. They're going to come soon as well. So that's pretty much everything that I have. And we'll find out tomorrow. And I'll be back for a video announcement, you know, going over this, a review of this and stuff like that, talking about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And again, if you are new, let me know what you guys think and stuff like that. If you're new, hit that subscribe sticker for some more content. Do you guys think this is happening? What do you guys think is going to happen in terms of the next releases they're going to announce? They said new characters. So I'm expecting, or new character info, excuse me. That could be either singular or plural. It doesn't really matter. But they did say stories, exclusive stories. Is there going to be more content that they go over in terms of like actual story events? I don't know. Also, I want to kind of throw out there in terms of like story events. What happened to the Scream difficulty? I don't. On a side note, what happened to Scream difficulty? They only added Scream difficulty like what, to the Broly events? Is that it? Did they ever do anything else? I don't know. But one thing I will say before we get out of here is whatever winds up happening to this will eventually happen to the other story events, like the Raditz event. Whatever happens for, or excuse me, the Nappa event. Whatever happens for Raditz will also happen for Nappa eventually. And then there's the Vegeta event as well. Like, it'll happen across the board for these characters. So we'll see ultimately, man. This could be pretty big. I don't know. Could be pretty big with the revamp. I'm more excited about the revamp and what could potentially happen than I am for like Goten and Trunks, obviously, because we know they're coming, right? So anyways, thank you all. Have an awesome day. I'll see all of you in the next one.